Welcome to another episode on our channel. Today I'm doing an unboxing on an old figure. So this is Cyborg, which was made by Hot Toys in 2021. Cyborg was played by Ray Fisher. I haven't seen the movie Justice League. I just think the figures look cool. And I've always liked Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Decided to get Flash and Cyborg and Aquaman to complete the set. So I'm considering this an unboxing, even though it's an older figure, because I've never seen it before today, other than in photographs. I'm looking at the box. It was double boxed when it was sent to me. That's a good sign, but I do see some creases. And there appears to be maybe a slight dent in here. But other than that, the box looks pretty good. So, as usual, I'll open it up from the bottom. We'll pause real quick. I'll grab my X-Acto knife and we'll get to it. We are back, and I have my trusty X-Acto knife. What would we do without X-Acto knives? They are so functional. Anyway, I'm going to start at the bottom of the box. It seems to be the place that, if you're going to create any damage, I'd rather have the damage on the bottom of the box than at the top of the box. Wish there was an easier way to open these things, but we do what we have to do. Okay, let's see if I got it enough. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's heavy cardboard. It just feels heavier than it usually does for some reason. Don't know why. All right. Looks like they put it in upside down. Let's see. All right. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Let me just put down and turn it around. Okay. So there he is, Cyborg. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Okay. Better look at the box. Actually, I think it's in pretty darn good shape. Wow. Could it be that it was never open? I can't imagine getting a figure and not opening it, but maybe that is true. Is it one of these that slips? Ah, yes. Okay. So it slips off. I was going to show it to you again, but you've already seen it. So let me get the figure out first. Wow. Okay. There's a little piece here. I'm trying to see if I can figure out where that piece came from. Might be a mystery for a while. Anyway, so far so good. She looks great. Yeah. And he has his arms covered, his legs covered, his head was covered. The only thing I didn't see was a neck thing to keep him in. So maybe he has been opened up. Yeah, and it's not taped. So, well, this one is. That other one wasn't. All right. That looks like it's going to come off very well, even though one of them is taped, one of the feet. All right. So it's exoskeleton, it looks like. And pieces move around. All right. So far he's looking very good. The color is very nice, very metallic. I like it. All right. He really has a bunch of armament. He's got all sorts of attachments that can be used. Oh, that one came apart. Oh, that's where you can put a battery, it looks like. All right. So just a lot of different attachments with lots of batteries. All right, so he does have his stand, which is the same as the other stands. He is similar to Superman because he comes with one of these stands that bends. That went in very easy. Okay. And of course, this usually goes on. You have to kind of take this thing off. Tell you what, let me pause. It's going to take a little bit. Let me pause and try to get this guy together. All right. We are back. And it took quite some time to try to even begin to figure everything out on this particular figure. This is probably one of the most complicated figures I've ever seen in my life in terms of a 1/6 scale figure. The figure itself, I don't think there's a smooth surface on the body. It is so intricate with cables and coils and rough edges here and there, and facsimiles of a spine and that sort of thing. It's just the details are overwhelming. There are 4 sets of batteries where you can provide light to the middle eye, the red eye. You can provide light to the chest. And there are 2 basically arming weapons that you can provide lights to. You have to take things apart and use a Phillips screwdriver size 1 to open up the area that you need to put 3 batteries in. So to get the batteries into the head, you basically have to take the head apart, and that's by just separating it in the middle here. So if I take, so this is the back of the head, and that's where it attaches to the head. Let me take it apart from the stand. In this area is where you would use your Phillips screwdriver and get the 3 batteries in, and then, put the screw back in, and this is where you'll find the switch too. So in order to turn the light on, you basically have to take the back part of the head off and turn the switch on to get the battery to light up. Then put the head back on, and you're good to go in that domain. Now, if you want to get the batteries or the light to show here in the chest domain, you have to basically take 3 pieces apart from the back. So this part will come off. It's kind of a long piece here and long piece here. These 2 pieces have to come off. And there is an art to it that I haven't quite mastered completely everything yet. And then this, what looks to be part of the spine, needs to come off. And this one I'm constantly having more problems with. For me, a screwdriver, flat screwdriver helps. If I can get it in the right place, that is. There we go. So that part of the spine comes off. And then here you use your Phillips screwdriver again. You get that piece off. You put 3 batteries in. And this is where you, again, you turn it on. You turn the light on. Whoops. Get them pointed in the right direction. Or off. But if you want to turn it on, you can do so, and then you have to put it back together. It would be nice if you could kind of turn it on and off without taking things apart and risking basically injury to your figure. So the spine will have to go back first, and then it's a little counterintuitive. You have to put in it. You'd almost think it goes in a different way, the opposite of what it goes in. But if it's not working the one way you're trying to put it in, switch positions, and it will come together eventually. All right, so that's for the head. The back of the head comes off for the batteries and the switch. For the chest and the back are 3 pieces that have to come off, and you have to turn it on and put them back on. If you want to see more of the chest light up, what I would do is put the arms up and start separating as best as I can pieces of the chest. Yeah, you kind of have to put a little force into it to do it. And then you can get the arms back together. It's interesting, you can kind of put the arms down, put the pieces in. Did you see what I did here? Put the arm down, push it down here at the top, and then push it in. So it's really, wow, there's so many pieces, moving pieces on this figure. So that's the chest light. Now, if you want to use the light up arms that are weapons, there are 2 pieces that come apart here. Again, you use the Phillips screwdriver size 1, put the 3 batteries in, screw it back in, put the 2 pieces back on, and boom, you've got the light up weapon. And you have 2 of them. So that's basically where the 4 sets of 3 batteries go. 3 go here, 3 go here, and it's wonderfully blue, you know. 3 go into the chest area or in the back to light up the chest, and the back of the head to light up the middle light and one of the eyes. it's a lot of work. And the darndest thing again is that you got to keep taking pieces off as soon as you want to turn the lights off. So if you want to use these things, a weapon, you can do that with either arm. So let me see if I can do this and keep the guy in view. So you would take the lower part of the arm off, and then you would put, I'm trying to find the piece that's supposed to make it fit. There we go. I think I got it on. Maybe not. Try it this way. No. We'll get it sooner or later. It's got to be one of these four. There it is. It's got to be one of those four angles. All right. So that's on and can look awesome in terms of lighting. I mean, that blue is just fantastic. If you want to attach a missile to it, what you do is you take off a piece of this arm and put in this piece here. There you go. So now he is armed. Literally armed. I probably would not even bother with turning lights on. I certainly wouldn't bother with, oh my gosh, fireworks. Anyway, that was a missile going off accidentally. Yeah, no, just kidding. Anyway, I would probably just use the regular arms, to be honest, because I'm not too much into having these special pieces on display. So for me, it's going to be the regular arm. All right. There we go. And there we go. All right. Now, you can, if you want, and again, me just being me, I'm not into all this other stuff and the missile and so forth. Or the shield. You actually have a shield you can use, and it's very maneuverable once you get it on one of the arms. The interesting thing is that this figure comes with only two sets of hands. The one here, they're different, slightly different. One's kind of a little bit longer, a little bit more open compared to the other one. And then you have two identical fists. So you could be fisted or you could be more open-handed. You have that choice. The other thing about Cyborg is that you could put additional arms on him with hands. And the hands move around. You can move them into different directions. And interestingly enough, both elbows can be positioned as well. You can straighten them out, make them both go in. So there's just a variety of poses you can achieve with this particular figure if you're using, both hands or arms and hands. The other interesting thing is, and again, I think I mentioned that, is that you do have a different set of hands that you can attach to this thing. And they are 6 fingers or a combination of its fingers and thumbs. But to me, they're kind of grotesque. And again, I don't think I'd be using this or these hands or those hands. Definitely not going to use these things. or the weapon. Might use the shield. Not sure yet. But that kind of gives you a little summary of this figure and what it's capable of doing. So, yeah. So let me move this apart more because I did want to make sure that you get the view of the chest open or so than anything else. It does take a while to kind of figure out how things go together. There we go. Now it goes in. There we go. Okay. So we'll pause now and we'll get some tighter close-ups of the upper body and then try to focus on the face. And I can't remember if I said, I probably did, that I found where that one tiny piece that was in the package where it went, there was actually a mirror piece. They go underneath the arms. And they actually covered the area where you can put your first set of thrusters in. So there are 6 thrusters, and each pair of thrusters go into a particular place. So you would take this little piece out, put a thruster in, take this little piece out, put another thruster in. And they basically, I don't know, look like they're twirly. Some people have said they kind of look like ice cream. So anyway, these 2 go underneath the arms, plural. These 2 have more metal attached to them. And on the side of the thighs is a piece that you will pull off and at an angle put these in. So look underneath the arms for a piece to pull off and look on the side of the thighs to pull off for the second set of thrusters. And for the final set of thrusters, they actually have long extensions to stick into the body. You're going to look in the calf area for a piece towards the back of the calf to pull out, and then this is going to go in its place. So, whoops. So you can definitely have thrusters. I'm sorry, I'm not going to mess with thrusters. I would be just so afraid of breaking something. I'm just gonna keep the guys simple. I'll maybe have the ability to have the lights on in the head and the chest, and that's as complicated as I'm personally gonna get. But if you like lots of ways to pose a character, this thing is endless in terms of posability. And he is substantially made. I mean, he does weigh something. So it's a cool figure. We'll pause now and get some tighter close-ups from here on up and then get a close-up of his face. We're back, and I forgot to show you the different angles of him. So let's just kind of go around. I was able to open up the chest a lot further than I initially, because you get afraid of pulling and tugging on things, and I just took a risk, and it really opened it up with the chest area. So that took a bit to figure out, but you can see, God, so many details on this thing. And he is definitely chrome, metallic, like he is absolutely complicated in terms of a work of art. All right, there we go. So we'll pause now and get some close-ups here and then directly of his face. So here he is, and you can see again all this detail here in this section and in the neck area and so forth. The red eye, the blue dot in the center of the head, or the blue light, I should say. It's just, again, it's a work of art. I will go around slowly so you can see more of this figure. You can see what I mean. It's just not, I don't really see a smooth spot there. It's jagged. It's, you know, it's just so mechanical. And I think that was the design of the character. And they have replicated it apparently to a T. All right. There he is. Now we'll pause and get a close-up of his face. Here's a close-up of his face, and again, just as detailed is his face as is his body. Here's one last look at our figure of focus, Cyborg. He's joined by his other Justice League colleagues. We have Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Superman, and Aquaman. So it's quite a formidable team. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, I truly hope you have a great day. Have a good one.